Yes, Joseph, I'm aware. I just stepped away for a moment. Morning. Calm down now. I know what I'm doing. This is my first stream. This gracious young man. Anyway, welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I'm your host and pilot, Uncle B. Today we're on leg 11 of our Route 66 flight. We're going from Gallup to Flagstaff. And says about a 44-minute flight, but we're going to do a startup and taxi over here to our departure runway just to try to get as much time as possible. I was thinking about doing the next leg today as well, but after yesterday, it was a lot of flying yesterday, and then I did do a nearly 2-hour flight from Chicago to Newark LaGuardia. So yeah, but I didn't stream that. Obviously, I just did it just to get some more socks in the drawer for Parasocks Airlines. Finally got the sock thing sorted out, so I'm getting my socks now for my routes. So, but today's flight will be sponsored by Firefly Air. If you have to fly, fly like a firefly. There you go. Ta-da. Also, we still have the last day. Today is the last day of the GoFundMe for Ava Boyder's family. If you've given already, whether it's been in my stream or in Scruffy's or anybody else's, thank you so much for that. If you can give, it's greatly appreciated. If not, it's perfectly fine. Understand that it's that difficult time of the year to ask for donations and such. But if you can give anything, it's all greatly appreciated. And if you do give, you'll get a message from Scruffy later today via the GoFundMe page to thank you for your donation. So yeah, that's what we got going on today. Good morning, Mick. How are you? Welcome, as always. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Tomorrow we'll be in the Cessna or the Beechcraft 208, Beechcraft Twin Beach, the Delta 18 Sierra. Boy, I'm all over the place today. Down in South America, and all that. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. So we'll get started here in just a few minutes. We'll pop in over on Gallup there, and we'll start up the aircraft, taxi out, and we'll change the time. I've already got the weather set for. Matter of fact, we may not even have to change the time, but we've got the weather set for. Good morning, Paradox. Sunny skies, so we'll do that, and then we'll be in the air, and we'll get over to Flagstaff, and then we'll wrap things up for the day. Yeah, yesterday was a lot of flying, but it was really enjoyable. Glad we got two things knocked out yesterday, and I just got to come up with where we're going to take off on Monday once we get through the weekend. Where we're going to head from what do you call it? From Aspen, which way we're going to go. Nice. So yeah, we'll be doing that on Monday. I'm not sure where. I don't know if we're just going to head a little bit north or really far north, or I don't know yet. It just depends on how far I want to fly on Monday. So I have to figure all that stuff out. I've got stuff already set aside for Friday's flight. Next Friday, the 30th, we'll do that flight from Chicago to Newark Liberty in the A319, the United Airlines flight, and then that'll wrap up pretty much the month of December and the 2022. So that will be our last flight that Friday. So yeah, that's what we got going on. So yeah, we'll get started here in a minute. Or well, we're started, but we'll spawn in and get the aircraft started up and get on our way. So we'll wrap things up for the day. We'll wait and see who pops in. Oh, Mick, you should have highlighted your message so you would have felt good about seeing you say hello. uh, let's see. So yeah, Monday it'll be Euchre's Monday, Wednesday, Thursday we'll do our next leg, will be leg 12. And then Friday we'll do the jetliner flight from Chicago to Newark Liberty. And that'll do. So a lot of stuff on sale in the marketplace as of last night. Don't think anything's coming out today. I'll be surprised if anything does, but I'm not expecting it to because they're all. I think all the big wigs are gone, and I don't think anything was approved for this week. So I'll be surprised if anything does get released today. But anyways. So with about 5 more minutes, and then I'll spawn in. We'll get the aircraft started up here. I figured I'd take this plane today because we are going to be a little bit up in altitude. I think Gallup and Flagstaff both are just above sea level. Well, not just above, but they're up in altitude a bit. So we want to have as much oomph in the aircraft that'll get us to Flagstaff. After yesterday's flight with the Euchres barely getting over those mountains and whatnot, that was whew, that was a doozy. But anyways, all right, a few more minutes, and we'll get started here. I think we're just gonna pop in. The time's already changed to mid morning, or almost late morning. Doing some baking today. Onion bread. Ooh. So you should, Mick, what you should have done. Hello, Daniel. How are you, Mick? What you should have done is what Joseph did last night, and just say you should have said you're gonna make some bread, and just leave it at that. And if he said what kind of bread, you just said bread. Give him a taste of his own medicine, you know. Yes, I do have the Kodiaks already. Paradox. Yes, I was gonna fly the Kodiak today, but I thought no, we'll do this instead. We haven't flown the 208 in a while, so yeah. No, I've got the Kodiak. So oh. Sorry to hear that, Daniel. Well, hopefully you can come here and forget about it and enjoy the scenery and all that and so yeah, I do have the Kodiak. I fly it every once in a while. I try to on days like today on this Route 66 stuff. I do try to fly a few different things once in a while, just to you know, just so that we have it's not always the same aircraft. Yeah, good old meat pie. What kind of meat? Meat pie. I know, but what kind of meat? A bread pie. What kind of bread? Bread pie. Oh my goodness. You know, if Mel had been in the chat, Mel would have reached through the internet and smacked Addies around until he gave a proper answer. Yep, it sure did, didn't it? All right, let's go ahead. I think we can go ahead and safely get into the aircraft here and get things started up. Get over to our departure runway and skedaddle out of there. Well, that no, Joe. That was on you, Joseph. That's why you can't say that. That's all on you. You took it. You let it last way. You took it way too long. Not anybody else. All right, let's do this. All right.
TOS system test. Okay.
Okay, there we are. All right, let's see. Let's get an altitude dialed in here. Where's my oh, up here. Duh. See, it has been a while since since I've been in the this. All right. Oh no, I did not do the. I'm sorry, I did not update it. It is. I knew I forgot something. Hold on a second. That's not it. It is GUP. To KFL. I think it's 1-5. Hold on a second. Oh boy. I apologize, folks. I'm like a dumbass today. I knew I forgot something. I didn't even check the to make sure we're on the I'm going to runway 24, even though that's not the active. Yeah. No. There we go. That should be correct. Now let me double check the. Well, I normally I check it beforehand, and or like when I pick everything, I normally do. Yeah. See, it's not even on the right server. I don't know why it keeps changing. I don't quite understand that, but it keeps changing out of Southeast Asia. But yeah, normally I check everything. I should have this morning and I didn't. I was just had other things on my mind, I guess. So alright, there's that. There's that. That's all good. We got enough fuel. Alright, let's go.
Kilo Golf Uniform Papa Traffic Cessna is taxiing to runway 24.
Why isn't my plane moving? Did I do something wrong? Alright. Okay. Alright, and then our heading should be. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to travel that in and then turn on heading mode. There. Alright, let's go. Hey Scruff, how are you? Sorry, I'm trying to get so doing much better. Good. Good.
Alpha Purple Center Cessna is type Cessna Caravan 1 miles west. Kilo Golf Uniform Papa.
Sorry, I was
Request flight following.
I missed your message earlier. Just a moment ago. think Scruff had enough yesterday. He had a honeydew list to do. Let's go a little. Yeah, hopefully you're well, Scruff. Nice to see you here. Alright, we are on our way. To our there to Flagstaff. Right, there we go. Been through Flagstaff a couple times. Really neat little town. They have like a historic district. Yeah, this is the. So hold on a second. So this is the new G1000 NXI. That's Working Titles did all this stuff to put this together for the aircraft here in Flight Sim. So yeah, they've done a pretty good job. I like it. It gives you a lot more information, or you can put as much or as little as you want on that screen. So yeah, really good stuff. Of course, we're flying in the Pan Am livery. Oh, I should turn some lights too. Those lights on. Turn off those lights. There we go. All right, let's get a picture here real quick. Yeah, that flight last night, that was well, you know, it was funny because I was flying along and I noticed Oss was online, Oss Chev 888, and so I popped in over on his stream, said hello, and next thing I know, he's behind me in a Tomcat, and he's doing all this crazy stuff, spinning the aircraft, shutting the engines down, restarting them or something. I don't know what he was up to, and then all of a sudden he was gone. He ended his stream. I don't know what he was up to, but I wasn't streaming, so I don't know if maybe he thought I was, and this oh, he's not streaming, so oh well. I don't know. Yeah, it was a nice little flight to New York LaGuardia last night. But the approach was very strange getting in there. Like it was like, I had to do like this, almost like an S maneuver backwards or something. I don't know, it was just, but I got on the ground, parked it, it wasn't that bad. Oh, so speaking of flights, right? So, so for those of you who like to fly jetliners, and I do every once in a while, there's first page. Yes, there it is. There's a website called Flight Aware. And what they have is you can click on that website, and you don't have to sign up for an account or anything. Just the basic information that you can get is for free. Was it a Pan Am? Oh yeah, that's right. I think I remember you telling me that, Nick. So like if you're going from say like San Francisco to LAX, right? You can put in on the main page it says so your departure. So you put KSFO and it'll come. The drop down thing will say San Francisco International, and then you put your arrival KLX and it'll say Los Angeles International, and then it'll tell you all the flights that are going from San Francisco to Los Angeles, including the airline, and in some cases it'll tell you what gate it's departing from and what gate it's expected at. Now, we can control the gate, the departure gate. At least I can't control which gate I go to when I get to Los Angeles, for instance. So it gives you the flight number. So then if you have like say it's United Airlines and you're in an A320, for instance, then you can go and look at United Airlines. There's another it is called Aviation Photos, Airline Fleets and More, planespotter.net. If you go here, on a plane in those days felt like school dinners. Oh yeah. Yeah, the food was well, now you're lucky you get a meal on a flight. So on Plane Spotters, you can go and you say, okay, you go United Airlines. It'll tell you every aircraft in their fleet. It'll show you like they have Airbuses, they've got Boeings, whatever, right? And then you can get the tail code for one of their like A320s, for instance, right? And you can change in here. You can change that tail code to the proper, to one that's like a real world thing, and then it should give you the call sign for United Airlines, and then you just plug in the flight number. So it'll say United 1123, and so it does add a little bit more realism to your jetliner flights. But that FlightAware, it really helps. So that way, if you're planning on doing a jetliner route, you can get all that information right there. And I think it's global, pretty much. You can find all that stuff, and then you just find the correct if you have the livery for it, for that particular airline. If not, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, that's what I did last night. So, and that's for any of the flights that I do. I think you did, Mick. I think you did. I'm sure you did. Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, that's the if you use all that kind of stuff, it does add a bit more. I think it adds a little bit more realism to your jetliner flights. Now, just remember that not every gate. Just like what I discovered last night when I was doing the flight out of Chicago, the departure route, the SID, the Standard Instrument Departure, what they showed in sim brief, that departure route does not exist yet in the sim. There was only one option, and that was it. So I don't know. I thought we had done all these updates for the updated navigation stuff here a few weeks back, but apparently not. So there's a lot of stuff that's missing still. Seems like so. Yeah, I think I remember. I mean, you've not driven in a while, but there was like a lot of streams where I was watching, and you were going through all kinds of different places. I'm positive I remember you going through Flagstaff, but uh, the memory's not always the sharpest in the block. Oh, thank you for the resub, Scruffy. Appreciate that. I just saw the thing pop up there. Thank you. Appreciate that. Prime sub. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, thanks. Well, not everybody feels that way, but I appreciate that you do. Let's go just a little bit higher. Feel perfect. I did post on my when my flight from yesterday premieres over on YouTube. I did post something in the description section to hopefully get a few more people that way for the for your GoFundMe. So yeah, that's see if we can't get a few more dollars in the pot there. No, Scruffy will be streaming. Oh, we got. Oh, nice, excellent, good deal. I checked it. I couldn't. I didn't see. I couldn't see if there was, or I didn't realize if anybody had donated or not, or whatever. I took a cursory glance at it this morning to see if there had been any kind of change. But that's awesome that we got another $100 yesterday. Um, but yeah, Scruffy is streaming tonight. You're in Australia tonight, I do believe, if I remember correctly. So yeah, do go give him a follow tonight if you can, or he'll be streaming tonight. Some nice Australian scenery. Scenery. Is it Australia or is it somewhere else? I forget. But he's streaming tonight, sometime today. So do give him a follow if you haven't already. There you go. 9 p.m. Eastern. Woo! I'll watch for a little while and get ready for bed then. The wife wants. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Taz will be there in the chat, pointing out some interesting facts and all that. I'll post the go to we'll be in South America tomorrow, Venezuela to Guyana. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, I hope. Post that here in the Discord here after we wrap this up, and we'll do that tomorrow. It'll be a nice little flight down to South America, and can't believe the year is coming to a close. Hello, Oz. How are you? Fine, thank you. Just under 94 nautical miles to Flagstaff. Just cruising along here in the over Arizona. Neat, what was that? A little pond or something. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, just yeah. When you joined me, I was like, I was surprised when I was watching your stream, and all of a sudden you spawned in behind me. I'm like, what is he doing? So yeah, I was just doing that for fun for Parasox Airlines, that flight from Chicago to LaGuardia. And then I happened to look over again, and then it was like you wrapped up your stream, so. I don't know what had happened or whatever, so yeah. But I'm good. I was looking at that flight from Los Angeles to JFK. That's almost a 5-hour flight. That's a ooh. I'm thinking about doing that one. Oh, cause you were like shutting off your engines. And I'm like, what is he doing? So I didn't know if you were like hitting buttons by accident or I don't know, but I was like, okay. I should have put flippers the sign. So yeah, I wasn't sure what you were trying to do. I don't know if you were like, just trying some different stuff. I don't know. Um, I feel like there's a guy he was a backseater in a Tomcat. His name is Ward Carroll. Hold on, let me find his YouTube channel. I think he talked about that flat spin, how it was, how I don't know if it was how it was induced or if it was or what. But he may have you may be able to replicate it based on what he says. I don't know. Let me find his channel. I'll post a link here in the chat in just a second. Just search. There it is. Hold on a second. One second. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I saw you on last night too, Scruff. I didn't know what you were up to. Yeah, go check him out, Ward Carroll. Um, he's a he was a backseater in the F-14. Uh, he might be able to. I think there was something that he talked about. Um, uh, the flat spin. So maybe you can. You can gather some info or get some more in-depth. I don't. You know, the other thing too. I'm just thinking now is that I don't know if that was like just something that they introduced in the movie Top Gun, the flat spin to give some more drama to what happened to Goose and everything. I don't know if it was like if it's an actual legit thing, but I mean that's possible that it is, but I don't remember. I know he talked about it in one of his videos. But he also did talk about I guess that the the way the canopy went, that when that was like a legitimate concern for the crew on the F-14 if they had to eject it. That there was a chance that canopy would not clear away far enough before you ejected out of the aircraft. Um, so that part I think was legit, but the flat spin may not have been. But if you watch his stuff, he'll probably tell you for sure. Alright, just cruising right along here. New Year's Eve flight around Niagara Falls, huh? That sounds interesting. I know there's a helipad near there as well. I don't know if. No worries, Scruff. Appreciate it. We're almost halfway to Flagstaff. Roughly halfway there. Should be already. Just, chugging along here. goes in for a haircut tomorrow. Talking at Albuquerque approach. I don't think we're anywhere near Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque is like way behind us. That doesn't make any sense. I can see us talking to Albuquerque Center, but not Albuquerque approach. I don't know. So, young Addies, you all set to go to your Nans this weekend for Christmas? Yeah, kind of. Well, that doesn't sound very doesn't sound very enthusiastic there, Joseph. Well, yeah, I get that, but the important thing is you're there for her. You know, yeah, I know you miss your granddad, but I'm sure she misses her husband. So just go there and be there for her. Don't, love of God, Addie, keep the phone in your pocket. Don't get the phone out while you're there with her. Don't go looking for who's streaming or whatever. Just go there and be with your grandma. That's the best thing you can do. If you think about pulling that phone out of your pocket, remember that story I've told about that kid who got a brand new Xbox controller from his grandparents, and he wanted to go home as soon as they got done there at Walmart. So be with your grandmother. Yeah, well, I don't think the better thing would just be leave it at home. Just don't even bring it with you. That way you're not thinking about it. Yeah, just go be there for her. Heck, you could even, I don't know if she's got pictures, but you could ask her if she could show you pictures of her and your grandfather together. I'm sure she's got a box of photos somewhere. Looks like there's our top of descent. Which I don't think we have to descend too far. Which I think we're gonna have to climb because we have to get over those. She got lots of pictures. Is that what you mean? Not lost. Well, ask her to see some of them. You know. Especially if they're like Christmas pictures. Yeah, just leave your phone at home. Spending time with your grandmother is more important than whatever anything else going on. You can always they could leave a message, whatever. Just go there and be there with your grandma. Oops, a daisy. But yeah, thank you all for coming in and hanging out today. Thank you again for those of you who were able to support Scruffy's fundraising efforts for that family that lost their 1-year-old daughter last week to cancer. Take it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I understand that. Just be there for her, and I'd give just about anything to talk to my grandparents again.
124.5 Cessna. Albuquerque Center Cessna 208B.
All right, we're almost there. Let's see if we can actually talk to them.
Flagstaff Tower Cessna. Street 1 mile east 10,000 feet. Back to land.
There we go. All right, let's take a look at the information there for Flagstaff. I get used to this new Navigraph. Well, it's so different than the way it used to be. Ooh. But we have to be at 12,300 feet before we. All right. Now, what we could do in theory still got time. We can. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Maybe we can't do this ILS approach here. Oops, sorry about that. Just realized I back over to the chat. All right, let's get this thing on the ground and we'll wrap this up for the day. Well, I thought this thing was gonna. Yeah, it's just a little bit off the. That's all right. It happens.
Clear to land runway 21 Cessna.
Oh well. All right, let's just get this thing on the ground. we go. I'm back myself and entire Flight Blue crew. I'd like to welcome you to Flagstaff, Arizona. Local time, I do believe, is 6:07 in the morning. Yeah, it was alright, Joseph. Could have been better, could have been worse. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:45 Eastern, 11:45 UTC/UK in the Twin Beach in South America, Venezuela to Guyana.
121.9 for Cessna.
121.9.
Flagstaff ground Cessna taxi to parking.
I don't know if this can handle like a regional jet, maybe. There we go. An hour. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and get, let me put that in real quick. Let's see, that's a Cessna 208. From K-Cup at 11:59 and arrived at KFLG at 12:59. Submit. All right, there's that. I'll get the picture on there, and there we go. All right, yep, that'll do it for today, folks. Greatly appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out. Thank you again to those who donated. If you haven't already, you want to, there is the link there. I think Scruffy's shutting it down tomorrow, so he has time to process the money and get it to the families. So if you want to donate, please do so if you can. If not, it's perfectly understandable. So I will see you all tomorrow in the morning in the Twin Beach. Thanks, Os. And let's see what else. Do enjoy the rest of your Thursday morning, afternoon, evening. Almost the last Thursday of the month. Almost the last Thursday of the year. And so do enjoy today, your morning, afternoon, evening, early Friday. One step closer to Christmas somewhere in the world. You're welcome, Joseph. You're welcome. Glad you're entertained. Don't forget, leave your phone at home. Go spend time with your grandmother. Don't bring the phone with you and then get all fussy. Okay, your grandmother doesn't need that. Yeah, do enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, early Friday, wherever it is you are in the world. I have been and always shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Until tomorrow, peace. Live long and prosper.